Paving the Way podcast. Welcome to 5 Minute Mondays with your host, Medusa. Come listen to some fascinating stories, affirmations, wisdom, and even a few interviews of people that have paved the way and are paving the way in their journey of success. Listen to their timeline of adversities from traumas to triumph, and also listen to some guidance of life and even a few workshops of living your best life, digging deep and understanding the science of happiness, learning how to bounce back, the art of being present, 7 reasons to be mindful, the power of gratitude, and so much more. Paving the Way podcast with your host, Medusa.
Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to 5 Minute Mondays Paving the Way podcast with your host, Medusa. How are all of you doing? It's exciting. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. It's a manic Monday. Or it could be a mundane Monday. A mundane Monday? It could be a song too, right? Oh my goodness. Well, I am just here with a stack of things to do. I don't know about you guys, but Mondays are exciting to me. It's kind of like that fresh start feeling. If you fucked up yesterday or last week on Friday, you get a new start today. It's just the way it is. Okay. For everybody out there, if you are listening and this is your first time listening, welcome. Welcome to this podcast. Welcome to all walks of life. Just everybody, all walks of life and lives. This podcast is about everybody. It's about the men, women, and everybody in between. We're all equal. We're all one in some aspect, right? So these are wonderful stories about people paving the way. It's about grandma. It's about your neighbor next door. It's about that kid kicking a rock down the street. It's about that entrepreneur. It's about that CEO. It's about the woman that wants to leave her 9-to-5 job and become her own CEO. I don't know about a CEO, but it's a CEO, her own CEO of her own company. So these stories are amazing, from tragedies to triumphs, or just people overcoming obstacles and adversities. Also, these are wonderful episodes of coaching, mentorship, and motivation. Now, I've been a life coach for, I'd say over 20 years, and I've been motivating people my whole life. And it's been an inspiration listening to other people and their stories and finding ways to help educate them to go on further to better themselves. I've found it so rewarding that I took it to the next level and did very hard, strenuous education and learning about coaching, life coaching. And wow, I learned probably more about myself than anything. And it was a perfect fit. So it's kind of like my side hustle that has been very good to me, though I've been giving it out and doing it for free my whole life. So I thought I would turn it into a business. So what I do on this podcast as well is I give teachings. I talk about certain clients without their name and their situations to help people out there overcome situations, or maybe just familiarize themselves that they are normal, that things do happen to everybody, from the, elitist to the person that is homeless, right? And we're all, in ways, we've all, experienced certain things, hardships. I don't care how rich you are or how poor you are. We've all have come across hardships in life. And so with that in mind, our minds wander. They wander to wonder. And that's what this episode is about. So what I'm doing now, it's a year long, let's say a year long of coaching. And they're just small little, just small little classes, seminars that I love doing. And what I do is I gather information from all over, from classes I have taken, and I take notes from everything that I've learned and incorporate it into myself and into my own. And I share with other people and I make lessons out of them. So hopefully it'll help you and help you see different things within yourself and help other people. That's what it's about, right? So we are on lesson 9 this week. Wander and wonder. If you are just joining and you would like to catch up, you have some catching up to do because you have 8 lessons behind here. And so what we do, we just ask everybody to get a journal, a notebook, just specifically for this journey of a year to simplify your life. Basically, that's what it is. It's going to be a year of teachings on how to simplify your life. A lot of it is my own experience, and I turn it into story from other people's stories as well. So there's a variety of things. You will get opportunities to journal at the end. You'll get opportunities to do a practice each week. This is also published on my YouTube, where a lot of people go there and they write down their experience or what they had, or they have a question. You also can go to medusaswellness@gmail.com for any questions or anything you want to share. And if you'd like for me to share it on the air and I don't have to mention your name or where you're from, or you just want me to share it, that's fine too. I do that. So right now, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing these lessons unless something comes up and I just slip in another podcast of maybe an interview or just talking about something else in general. So when I say it's simplify your life, to grab that journal and we're ready to go. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with a little something here and just listen here. When I run after what I think I want, my days are a furnace of stress and anxiety. If I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me and without pain. From this, I understand that what I want also wants me, is looking for me and attracting me. There is a great secret here for anyone who can grasp it. Don't you love that? Oof. Well, if you're ready to dig deep in about wander and wonder and what our brain does with that, let's go. So, I try to every day go for a walk. And I usually go for a walk with my dog, Daisy. And I usually go by a certain place. And it's a wonderful, wonderful couple. Older couple. And I find beauty with this porch, with this swinging bench on their porch. And it just reminds me, and it just reminds me of the beauty and how beautiful it is in the middle of this huge acreage. And it's just this single swinging bench. And it seems to be saying to me, come join me, sit with us. Let's talk, stay a while. It's pretty amazing. And it's so comforting. And it's the fact that it's just a few yards away from something that is so historic. Because there is this tree that has this carving. And it's just absolutely amazing. And I feel like every time I pass this tree with the carving, past this house and the meadow, and this swinging bench on the porch, it's like the experience of this place is so timeless that sometimes I feel like I'm going to bump into the person that carved this tree. And it brings me back to where I look over and they call me over and say, "Come on, pull up, sit down. Sit down on this beautiful swinging bench, and let's swing together, and let's have some tea, and let's talk." I mean, is there a place you'd like to go that transports you in a similar way? A place that gives you a deep sense of timeless ease and peace? If you listened to that and your mind was wandering, thinking of a place and the meadows and the trees and the butterflies and this old oak tree with a carving and these old, just sweet people with their swinging bench on their porch, and it's so peaceful. Is there a place like that that you can transport to in a similar way? Is there somewhere you can go today to simply be with your inquiries and allow the answer to find you, to contemplate anything at all? We all need that place. That place is important. Like, I find so much peace in these. Like if I'm walking in the middle of a meadow or just tons of acreage, or on a field of a walk, or maybe I'm mountain biking and you're in the woods and you just find a beautiful place, and I just like to sit there and meditate. That's the place I like to find timeless ease and peace, and have a lot of come to Jesus talks with myself. Well, I've got a few of these wanderings from some people, and I'm going to read them to you, okay? Here's one. I have been thinking a lot about stuck energy lately, and now that I have ended a relationship that has been bogging me down for years, I find that I have boundless energy to clear other things out of my life. When he calls or texts wanting to maintain a friendship, I find that I get stuck again for days, feeling off kilter and wondering why I am so tired. I am now realizing the contact is deadening to me instead of enlivening. There is no blame here. He is just trying to be a good friend. I just have to take responsibility for my reaction and honor myself and my space. I ask myself, why is it so hard to say the final no? I get stuck in the pleasing mode, even though I realize that it is detrimental to my health and well-being. Who am I pleasing? Perhaps my unpleasant parent, who is distant in my life? Ah, that feels better. The next one. Today, something really happened to me, and I was able to feel much freer to speak and able to organize my thoughts better. Maybe I'm letting go of some of the attachment to outcomes and surrendering to what is. It was not a mechanical thing. It was as if my thoughts and actions were just able to flow. Wondering if this is a result of the slow drips over the past weeks and months. Next one. I'm no longer attempting to be a actress and an Oscar winner. Wondering what I am if I'm not an actress and an Oscar winner. And what will people think of me? I know that what people think is irrelevant to my happiness, and there's a lingering pain of saying goodbye. Actually, like someone died. There's some cliche about dying to my former self. Approaching my 60th birthday in 3 months, and maybe it's more than a cliche. Is there something that has awakened your curiosity or deepened a question you've been having by hearing these stories? Now, it doesn't have to be anything big or mystical, just the fact that you are being stirred enough to think. So, if the idea of taking some time to wander and wonder doesn't move you, here's a thought to ruminate on. What if the creative process is a two-way street? What if an inspired idea has a mind of its own and has been trying